Hello, welcome to another episode of Pour Us. Today we are focused on the old fashioned.
I gotta admit, I'm excited about this one. I mean, typically I don't like drinking more than 1 or 2 drinks in a day. But
Line up 5 and you're in for the party. So that being said, let's cheers off our
cheers.
palate cleanser.
What are you doing for your palate cleanser today?
I've got the 13th Colony Rye. So this is my little wake up the taste buds.
There you go. I'm doing a Colorado one, Boulder Spirits. They're straight bourbon.
It's a good one. Today we're focused on the old fashioned. The classic old fashioned, from what I read, contains the spirit, bitters, a sugar, and water. So those are the 4 main ingredients of an old fashioned. So what I did with these old fashions as I made those is I took one ingredient of either the spirit, sugar, waters, or bitters, and I changed that ingredient. So I want Aaron to take a drink of these and let me know which ingredient he thinks I changed.
Okay.
And then I want you to just try to guess what you think I changed or swapped it out with.
Okay.
So we're going to grab some cubes here. I didn't want them to dilute.
I just washed my hands and I'm drinking, so I can do this, right?
They're yours. Nice and spun.
It's also your choice of dilution level that you want.
Yeah, but we are going to start here at number 1. And we're just going to run through these and have you taste them. Let me know what you think is changed and what you think I changed it with.
So I'm going off of what I think is changed off of like our traditional old fashions here at the Whiskey Biscuit. Okay.
Yes. So it's up to you. I should have made one for me to drink while you're tasting these.
That's got some, I don't want to say like alcohol heat, but like almost like there is actually a spicy, like a cayenne heat to it or something.
Oh, you're just being old fashioned.
I probably am.
Yeah. I might make myself one while you drink through these.
Or did you just use a really high alcohol proof?
That's for you to figure out.
I like it, but I'm not going to say I love it compared to, because it tastes like there is honestly like cayenne or like red pepper in it of some sort. I can't imagine you'd put that in here and me not really be able to see that come through, but I'm going to say your spirit is different and use a higher alcohol.
Okay. That's your guess for number 1.
Okay.
So you were actually on the right track.
Okay.
The pepper is coming right through. It wasn't the spirit that I changed. It was the bitters.
Oh, okay.
Angostura bitters is what we typically use. And I swapped that out for spicy pepper lime bitters. So spicy pepper.
Yeah.
Literally what you guessed there.
Okay.
So I swapped out the bitters on that one. And this is also going to show you like different ways you can make an old fashioned if you don't want as much sweetness or fruit or different bitters.
Bitters makes a huge difference in your cocktails, and I know people who drink a lot and are in the business know that, but sometimes people are just getting into it, do not realize how that 1 to 2, 3 dashes can change a cocktail.
Let's swap that out. So good call on the pepper part of it. It is spicier.
Okay, this is sweet, and knowing you, I feel like this is got some Drambuie in it. Or not Drambuie, Cointreau in it or something, but hold up. A lot sweeter. I'm going to say you added Cointreau to it.
And what's missing?
What would be missing? A cherry or the sugar? No sugar. Oh, no orange? Well, you wouldn't need to put an orange in it because you have Cointreau. If you use the Cointreau. Did you use the Cointreau?
I did. He's good. So yeah, I swapped out the orange and or added an orange liqueur, Cointreau, to this one.
Which is just a nicer type of triple sec, if you will.
Yeah, right. It's a good for making margaritas, or if you want to change up your old fashioned, get rid of the orange, add in an orange bitters, which we have here. An orange bitters. Or we can add in Cointreau or another version of orange. Just different ways you can play with it. So
I'm going to say, as of right now, having gotten 2 right, this is 2 more than I thought I was going to get right.
You know your old fashions.
No, I don't, but this is just surprising me. Okay, number 3. Do we free pour here?
Yes, if you know your counts.
Okay. This already, to me, smells like this is either a cocoa or a coffee old-fashioned of some sort.
Well, Wombat it is.
I think you used coffee liqueur. So, but then my question is, do you use any? You still use whiskey, but I think you used a coffee liqueur.
Final answer.
Final answer is coffee liqueurs in here.
That is actually, I changed the spirit. For these other ones, I use 291 rye. We use the rye because it holds up better with the sweetness in a good old fashioned. But instead of the rye,
Oh, you used the Pilar rum.
Is what I changed this spirit with.
I got coffee off of that, not the maple. And I do an old fashioned kind of my own little recipe that I use with this. And if that was going to be in there, I thought I would have gotten that right away. But I thought
coffee. You would too. The second you knew the spirit was changed, I'm like, here it goes. Because rum is hard to mask.
Yeah, well, but this is I like this one, you know that. And I'm not a big rum fan at all, but I do like that one.
Yeah.
I am getting cocoa and coffee off that, but it's probably more of that maple. Maybe I'm just thinking of breakfast with it because this has a maple flavor with it.
I get the sweetness from the maple and the rum.
Okay.
So
Okay, number 4.
we're gonna move on to number 4.
And when I'm in Mexico, as I would normally say, I would say L4.
El
That's so dumb.
L4. So these are
Okay. That's the spirit is. Well, thing is, you might have lied to me. I don't know because you said you used the 291 in all of these except for this. So, but man, this
yeah.
this
Maybe
has
I shouldn't have said that. But
this has got a lot more kick in the teeth than the other ones.
I could have always added a different spirit, but not changed the spirit.
Well, because I say this has got more kick. This has got some more potency, but it almost tastes smoke like maybe an American single malt or a Scotch. But I think you just went. Let me try it again.
Let me try this one again.
Shit. But it's drier. It's flatter. That sweetness is not coming through at all. There's like no sweetness in that. So I want to say higher proof, but I also want to say you got rid of the sweetness somehow. I'm gonna throw in the towel. What is different with that one?
That's it's weird how on you are today because I really figured I would be able to trick you a little bit. I got rid of the sweetness.
Okay.
I took the sugar out. I didn't actually. This was kind of a
Oh,
little
you
trickier.
cheated on this one.
I didn't swap it for anything. I just removed the
Okay.
sugar cube.
I don't recommend
From
that. And the thing is, I just all the everything else that's in there kind of ruins the whiskey. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, and when you add whiskey, and then your only other things you're really adding are bitters, and then some muddled fruit maybe. But that sugar cube does really smooth out and then blend together a lot of
And you
flavors.
can use agave maple syrup. You can use a lot of different things for the sweetness. But and some people do their own simple syrup, so they can just squirt in how much they want, measure out. I prefer the grittiness of the sugar cube. I am trying to not make a weird face, but as you were talking, I was like, I just kept going. Okay, 5.
Did I? Number 5. Numero 5.
Oh. Okay, this is getting back on track of what a real old fashioned should be. It's sweeter than what like as soon as I took a sip of it, I thought that sneaky bugger just put in a regular old fashioned to throw me off. It's sweeter than what a normal one would be. I don't think you're gonna do 2 rums. God, this is so light.
You
And I know you went to
wonder.
a vodka or anything. Man, that sweetness is there. I'm going to do the look thing on this one. So I'm not seeing orange or cherry. So he's already cheating on that. God, that's a sugar bomb. That's a sugar bomb.
And to be fair, in
I feel
the
like you just
classic cocktail, oranges and cherries are not a part of the original recipe. When we looked up, it's literally spirit, bitters, sugar, and water is an old fashioned.
Well, the thing that I love about that though is the old fashioned. There's a bunch of different stories of when things started, who was involved in it, but I just love the story and where you had a lot of these people go, I'm tired of you doing all this stuff. I just want the old fashioned way of making this cocktail. That's where it came from, because people started having their own, all these different syrups and all these pre-mades and everything. And people are coming to the bar going, I just want the old fashioned way.
Yeah, you're getting too fancy.
Yeah. And I love that aspect. That's right. But this is a sugar bomb. I'm going to say you just added 7 sugar cubes and a very soft bourbon. No, what?
Well, I didn't quite do that, but you are on the right track, so I'm going to give it to you. And I move this over. I removed the sugar cube again, so these have both dealt with sweetness. But instead, I removed the fruit and then the sugar, and I added simple syrup.
Okay.
So I used simple syrup as the sweetener, removed all the fruit, removed the sugar cube. So I feel like that's why it's seeming like more of a sugar bomb.
Well, and however you like your cocktails, drink them that way. However, makes it easy for you. But in my opinion, like when I get an old fashioned, I would prefer to get some good stirs, some dilution going. But I want it to not be. I want to be in control of my own cocktail. And if I'm sitting there and I want to get all that sediment up and I want a really sweet old fashioned, then I can continue to stir it. If I don't, well, then the bartender's giving it to me as is. Here you go.
Right.
And this, if I were to get this as an old fashioned, I would be disappointed. Not because there's no sediment down there, but because this is a sugar bomb, like I said, and you can control it. You can do lighter.
Use half the amount. I used about a half ounce to 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. You can knock that down to a 1/4 ounce, half ounce, somewhere in there.
This is unique with the heat. I think I like this one the best because this orange, and I don't mind Cointreau in my old fashions. This is a great spirit. It just is a little too over the top. Out of all these, I want an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Can we pause and can I make myself an old fashioned?
I'll make you one. Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Thank you. I like this video.
Well, I'm an old-fashioned type of guy. Let us know what different types of old fashions you've made that are like, this is next level, or I know it's modern, but try this ingredient in your old fashioned.
If you have an ingredient, one change in the drink changes the drink completely.
So we'd love to hear any of the ideas that you have. Either way, make it. Don't forget to pour us. We love it.
Cheers, brother. So let's do it again. You don't have to just go cheers and I'll do the
Will you
cheers.
pour a little bit of that in here?
For him, apparently.
Pour me. Pour me.
Pour me. Pour me.